new developments about Ethiopia's Tigray conflict, which has now spread into Amhara region. Uh, Last night, I informed you about Tigray Defense Forces entering a town in Amhara region. Moja town was the name of the place. We have an update. Reportedly, Tigray Defense Forces have advanced from Moja towards a key city in Amhara region. Secondly, viewers, since yesterday, aid agencies have been calling for resumption of supplies to Tigray because aid agencies have run out of all supplies in Tigray. We have a good news from Afar region. Hundreds of WFP trucks were stopped in Afar region. Now we have a good news from Afar region. Firstly, viewers, TDF's advance in Amhara region. Tigray Defense Forces entered Moja town. We got confirmation from some Amhara news sources as well that TDF had entered Moja town. They have advanced from Moja town along the road which links Moja with Lalibela. Now they have taken control of another town along this road which connects Moja with Lalibela. Name of this town is Kulmesk, viewers. Kulmesk town has been taken by Tigray Defense Forces after they took control of Moja town. Kulmesk town is in Lasta district. And it seems that viewers, now Tigray Defense Forces are moving towards Lalibela. You can see on this map, viewers, Kulmesk town. To the east of this town is Moja, which was taken by TDF yesterday. And to the west of this town is Lalibela. It seems that Tigray Defense Forces are moving towards Lalibela, a key place. We cannot confirm what is ultimate target of TDF's advance from Kulmesk, but it seems that they're moving towards Lalibela because there is a main road which links Kulmesk with Lalibela. And now there is presence of Tigray Defense Forces in 3 Woredas in eastern Amhara region, which shares border with Raya. There is presence of Tigray Defense Forces in Kobo. We have confirmation. Gatachoreda shared his picture with his family from Kobo today, viewers. Then they are in Gidan, viewers. Moja city is in Gidan. And then they are in Vog, viewers. So there is presence, Vog, Abergele. There is presence of Tigray Defense Forces in 3 Woredas of Amhara region close to Raya zone. They are in Adi Erke as well, but that's another front, viewers. Now, Tigray Defense Forces are definitely advancing more rapidly in Amhara region than in Afar region. But reportedly they are facing some resistance on the Bark front. We saw some reports a few days ago that TDF were close to entering this town. But reportedly now they are facing very stiff resistance. They have not entered the park and they are finding it difficult to advance towards the park. But on this front, Lalibela front, Waldia, they have advanced very rapidly. They have not entered Waldia. They are positioned in Gobiye, which is just a few kilometers away from Waldia. Tigray Defense Forces have not entered Waldia, but they have consolidated their positions in Gobiye. And now they are moving towards Lalibela. We could see them moving towards Sikota as well. So this entire eastern Amhara region Sikota, Vog, Lalibela could be taken by Tigray Defense Forces in coming days. Now viewers, an update about humanitarian situation in Tigray. We have a good news. Hundreds of WFP trucks carrying humanitarian aid were stopped in Afar region because an attack was carried out on a WFP convoy a few days ago. After the World Food Program, after that, suspended its operations. And it's the only route open, the Samra-Makele road through Afar region. For the past 4 days, supplies were suspended. Reportedly, today, some elders in the area, they negotiated with angry youth, and they convinced the angry youth that these trucks should be released and they should be allowed to proceed towards Makele. And we have some confirmation from on-ground sources that local youth have been convinced and trucks have been released which are on their way towards Tigray. No truck has entered Makele so far because it's a long distance from this place where these trucks were stopped and Makele. But these trucks have been released and they are on their way towards Makele. So good news, because since yesterday we have been hearing statements. We heard from the EU, from the US, from the UN, from several bodies. They were calling for urgent measures to ensure supply of humanitarian assistance to Tigray, because not only civilians but also aid workers have run out of supplies, they have run out of cash in Tigray. That is why all the aid agencies, international bodies were calling for provision of humanitarian aid to Tigray on urgent basis. So good news that at least now this Afar Makele road is going to be opened. Tigray Defense Forces launched offensive into Afar. After that, this road was closed. TDF say that Oromiya Special Forces were preparing to launch attacks on Raya from Afar. That is why they entered Afar. And Afar region says that it has been cooperating with Tigray, but TDF entered Afar and it took control of places inside Afar. But a good news in the end was that at least the road is going to be opened, Afar Makele road. Thank you for watching.